this is you now, right here. This is your current reality as you see it, that has some weight on you, on your actions, that you are always sort of confirming with your habits, with the people you see, with the things you read. And over here, a desired reality, your future self, a possible version. Hello and welcome to the channel. I truly appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna talk about shifting. This is not theory, this is something that you can actually implement. By the end of the video, you have a clear guidance in order to shift to your desired reality. Trying to push, that is gonna keep you down here in the timeline. You already know that you want to shift. So if you're trying too hard to heal, if you're trying too hard to make something work, if you're trying too hard to be with somebody, if you're trying too hard to achieve things that feel off in your body, that is only creating resistance. We need to shift to that version that is effortless. Step one will be acknowledging in your current state of being, how would it feel from that version to already have that thing you're looking for, already be living in that state you're wanting. So let's say that is healing, that is a version of yourself that is already healed. So if you think for a second, okay, how would it actually feel? Can I support that with my inner state of being, with my vibration? Can I become that healed version? And close your eyes, ask that, and see what response comes out. See how you feel internally. Whatever you feel internally that gives you a form of resistance, that's the energy that is making that reality work, and it's making it heavy. And that's the resistance you need to let go in order to move to a flowing state. And that flowing state will allow your desired reality to be neutral, to be possible, to be actually one you can walk into. So the resistance that comes up. Ways of doing this is, again, with health. If you have something that is making you suffer, you can say, okay, how would it feel to actually not have this condition, not have this pain? How would it feel to be a version of myself that doesn't even know about it? And then the analytical mind will come into play and start telling you stories about how that is not possible and how you actually need to let go of something in order to, and all of those stories that are real, because you're here, this is a reality, and this is also a reality. But are you gonna listen to that, or are you moving up into flow? That is how you actually listen. And all the resistance that comes up is the resistance, again, that you need to let go. And we're gonna talk about how to let go of that resistance. But know that alchemizing that energy, because that's energy that is trapped, that resistance that you feel, that is not allowing you to be lighter. And when you're lighter, you move up without all of that burden. So another way of doing so, which is really easy in the timeline we're now. So let's say you want to achieve something, you have a goal for something. Let's say you want to, I don't know, let's say you want to send a gift to somebody, and you feel that it would be beautiful to make that gift, but the gift costs, and not like a certain amount of money you don't have or something like that. How would it feel to buy it by tonight? How would that feel? And now again, all this resistance is like, no, because I wouldn't be able to pay for something else, or that would be too much, or how would they feel if I cannot do it? All of that resistance, energy that is trapped in your body. So to become the version of yourself that can actually make that gift, you need to let go of the inner resistance to make it possible. Does that make sense? So health, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to freedom, when it comes to finishing something you love and you have a block, like a creative block or something like that, how would it feel to actually have it ready, to be the version that is natural when it comes to finishing those things? And that is going to give you an idea of where the excess energy is, where that resistance is coming from. Because you need to understand that from your current timeline, without letting go the inner resistance, you're not going to be able to move up vibrationally. Because if you don't let go of that, you could experience a glimpse of that, but it's always going to come back down. And when it comes down again, that's when you start doubting yourself and you start feeling like you don't deserve, and all of that kind of collective construct about not being enough, and the pressure and peer pressure, the family pressure. What we need to do is acknowledge that we don't need to go through that ever again. That is part of a timeline that is staying here. Internally, you're shifting, you're making the jump from here to here. So you're the one in between. You're not even trapped here. So you always have the possibility to align with a different version of yourself, with a different timeline, with a different story. And if you think that is just a story and you want to be neutral, you don't want to achieve anything, you just want to sit with yourself, actually, that is the starting point of everything, knowing your true self. Because your true self doesn't have that negative charge on things, doesn't have that pain, doesn't have all that story, that narrative. That's not coming from your true self. That is just a construction. That's a story you've been telling yourself all of this time. And we have all been there. We have all done that. We are all shifting timelines every single time. So ask yourself, if you're gonna call it your future self or your higher self, you can ask them, okay, I wanna move further. I don't feel comfortable now. The reason we're feeling so uncomfortable now is because we truly are in between timelines. So in order to move to the timeline you would love to experience and to actually modify your matrix and everything going on in your surroundings, you need to let go of that resistance, because that resistance is what keeping that imagery alive. Your world is alive because of the energy you carry and the constructions you made. When you move to a different state, you might have fear of missing out. You might have fear of, oh, what if I change? What would they think about me? And that is again just energy trapped, because there's nothing more beautiful than authenticity, and being authentic. So once you connect with yourself, with your soul, with your true blueprint, you'll be able to move up. You'll be able to flow forward. When you start flowing forward, things start unfolding naturally. So if you try to hold on to things, because if you change a bit, if you're authentic to yourself, people might not like you. I encourage you to liberate yourself and say, okay, I prefer to be disliked or just liked by the right people vibing in the same timeline than to be forcing and pushing a state of being that I suffer constantly because of my need for approval. And again, you'll find that you are shifting. You're the one here and that is making that shift. And when you make that shift, you'll find that all of those ideas were just energy trapped and constructs in your head anyway, just like the one you're moving to. So if you have that capability, why would you choose to be stuck? Why would you choose to be suffering? And it's because of the energy. It's not that you're choosing. I know we all want to move further when we feel stuck or blocked or falling down into the 4D psychological drama and the 3D that feels so intense that, oh, okay, from here I really need to now do something in order to change my life. With that resistance, you cannot change a thing. But when you let go and acknowledge the resistance, you will have the vibrational response to allow that new reality to actually happen. So we are here and we have two possibilities. What else is gonna keep us stuck at the same reality other than other people's validation, which is the version you see of those people around you when you confirm your old identity? So not confirming your old identity is another step. What do I mean by this? Okay, if, let's say you do the same thing every day, and every time you do that thing you feel, oh, okay, this is the real me and I don't feel that good, maybe I don't feel enough because of what I do and all of that. Okay, stop confirming that reality. It might be difficult to change it, so instead of changing it, the moment you're doing something that you feel like I shouldn't be going out at this time, or I shouldn't be consuming this food or whatever, just do the thing you always do, but let go of that internal resistance and say, interesting, thank you so much for being here. I acknowledge what I'm doing, as it might not be beneficial, but letting go of this resistance is gonna neutralize the thing I'm doing, and it's not gonna keep me stuck any longer. And then we won't have that burden, and without that weight that you can take off, as if you were taking off a bag full of stones, you'll be able to move further. And moving further is always according to your state of being and what you actually are vibrating with, your state of how you resonate with people around you, how do you feel inside, and the amount of feelings and habits and stories that you've been creating lately, because that's ever changing. Everything is movement. You cannot like, okay, I want to be this and I'm gonna get stuck at this and now I feel comfortable. When you feel too comfortable, you are avoiding movement. But when you just relax and put everything at ease and start flowing, you'll still be comfortable when you are not trying to push or sustain or maintain or for things to be a certain way. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to function. So what else? I made a few notes. This one is a truly important one, and it relates to what I was saying before. Don't be afraid to be disliked. The ones that need to go will go as you embrace your authenticity. Don't try to keep people by pleasing them. If they connect with your essence and vibration, they will stay. And also when you shift, you'll see a different version of those people. And that is mind-blowing, but it's true. See, your best version carries the best version of those people. It changes the past, it changes everything, because it's a different version of yourself. And then don't look back for confirmation. Don't try to see how your thing is going. Don't try to push it too hard. Just acknowledge, okay, how does it actually feel vibrationally and in my body? How do I sense this? How am I sensing the thing that I want to align with? And if it looks too far away, too far-fetched, then it might be because you need to create that space by opening your heart and aligning with your true self and letting go of those constructions that hold emotions, energy stored in your body that is too heavy in order for you to move forward. If you've been failing at something according to your expectations and you feel, okay, I cannot do it, but I need to push anyway because someday I will get it, it means that you need to acknowledge the resistance, and then from a different space where things are possible, where you make space, you'll be able to expand. We cannot expand from contraction. We can only expand from our true self. Because by entering a state of flow, you'll have access to all possibilities. And you'll start flowing with the synchronicities. You'll start getting a hold of how it feels to be that future self. You can communicate. Okay, let's say you are earning a certain amount of money, or you need something in order to, because we're talking about money, or just exchanging a service. Ask yourself, okay, how would it feel to actually be the version of myself to whom that is natural? How does it feel? What resistance comes? Ask yourself and see, listen to your body. And that guidance, that intuition will tell you you're not ready. And the moment it tells you you're not ready, it tells that to you by a feeling, or just a sort of strange sensation. It's like, okay, this is making me so uncomfortable. That energy is the one that can be alchemized, and when you alchemize that energy by acknowledging it and using it to move, that's how you recover that power, and that power will allow you to enter a state of flow, and you'll get creative forces, creative energy. I want to do something with you just now, which is breathing through our nose. We're gonna do it 3 times, then 6 times, then 9 times. And after that, we're gonna have a little conversation. So let's start. This is gonna be through your nose, in, and then through your nose again, out. We're gonna inhale and exhale, and just allow the air to be present. You can feel light coming in and out, and you'll connect with the earth, with the energy all around you. So let's make 1, 2, and 3. Keep on breathing this way. We're gonna do 3 again, but this time we're gonna try to exhale just a bit longer than your inhalation, letting go of all that excess energy, excess weight we were carrying. So 1, 2, and 3. And keep on breathing this way through your nose, and try to acknowledge your body, and allow your breathing to be effortless and silent. Now we're gonna do the last 3. 1, exhale, 2, 3, now keep on breathing, making that breath silent through your nose. You can close your eyes now. Just be here, be present. Nothing to achieve, nothing to question, nothing to hold on to, nothing to do, nothing to try. Just presence here. So now let me ask you, from this space, how do you create? What do you truly feel like following, like doing, like creating, like observing, like resting? Ask this space any questions, and you'll see that you won't have any questions because you're one with this space. Try to connect with yourself. See that I said try to connect with yourself? Now let go of the try. Connect with yourself. And now connecting with yourself, you'll see that there's no connecting. And that's yourself. You don't have to connect with it. It's already here. It's already present. Be. I love you so much. Thank you for being here.